10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dire's turn to ban.
Templar Assassin.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Thank you, Avo. Down to this. Very much a dangerous position for Beastcoast to be in, of course, as their last opponent's Thunder. Also only with one loss. Could very much be make or break for the Major with only those first 2 plays. Seek and Strike here. And I've got a Winter with me, of course. And Winter, what do you think of this Beastcoast draft? Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Winter. Okay, she wants to go. Wait. Oh, Winter, what do you think of this Beastcoast draft?
Time.
I mean, come on. What are you thinking? We got this off lane of that'll be our Mars and Earth Spirit, right? Puck in the mid lane, going up against the Kunkka. I mean, what are your thoughts here? What are you thinking?
I think both teams have very solid drafts, like the pattern said. Very well-rounded, takes a lot of boxes, laning phase-wise. I guess the Kunkka against the Puck matchup. Usually, Kunkka will have some advantages in terms of securing more last hits. But I don't think it'll be something that's going to be game-changing, like to a point where the Puck is going to lose so badly. I think there was one game a couple of days ago. It was Puck against, who was it? I think it was also Kunkka that the Puck lost the lane so bad. It's the same matchup, I think.
Here in SA?
Yeah, it was an SA game.
I do not recall off the top of my head, unfortunately. Already the mid-wars battle here. Mid-ward battle. Yeah, I think SG are going to throw in the towel on this one. There's the Sentry applied, and the Deny cannot come in place. A little bit of a win there for Singer. Plus 100 gold into the pocket here of the Wyvern.
30 seconds to showtime!
Yeah, I think this is generally considered to be a little bit Kunkka favored, right? You get level 6, you've got actually some kill potential. You can just kind of tank because you're a melee hero. I think they just missed, by the way, the Sentry. Yeah, with the Sentry, they just missed the Observer Ward. Beastcoast also blocking out this hard camp here in the triangle.
They're gonna be first blood.
It could be here. Whisper is completely alone. They need a little bit of blocking with the brown boots, which easily catches up here to the Mars of Whisper. And Berna is going to get first kill, first blood, sorry. Nice little bonus for him.
Good start there for Berna. I feel like sometimes as a safe laner, right, it's not so beneficial for the carry to get the first blood because he doesn't really do that much for you. Oh, it's better for you.
This is unfortunate. I think Stinger was sticking around here trying to get a little cheeky first blood, but they find Widge, and even with the move speed slows they have with the brown boots, Widge is just way too fast. They're never going to kill him.
And Stinger's gonna TP back all the way to bot. Let's go back to protect his carry. Pops his Arctic Burn, do some damage in the lane. Yeah, but overall this lane should be fine for the Underlord. There should be no problems for him to secure last hits and whatnot. But on the other hand, I feel like the Luna plus Wyvern should have some kill potential around level 3 if he wants to get a second point in the beam. And for the Pit Lord and Rubik, it's more about like shove, stack, just a farming lane.
Yeah, very much.
I don't see much happening for them.
I mean, Beastcoast did anticipate this, right? They did block that camp as Stinger has taken a bit of a bruising here. Frank, in the meantime, is gonna have to take this Arctic Burn damage. But yeah, with that camp blocked, that is going to reduce the efficiency here, at least in the first couple of minutes for Frank, who is eventually hoping to stack those or farm those up. I mean, they could go to anyone, right? They could go to Kunkka, the Underlord, the TA. Everyone here farms the stacks very nicely.
Probably the TA is the highest priority, I would say, among the three. He's gonna get everything as usual, you know. Carry players, you know. I want this, I want that, I want the tower last hit, I want the Aegis, I want the shot. Yeah, give me the Tom, oh my god.
Alright, he's okay. And Stinger without Arctic Burn. Chase for more. Small rotation mid. No, a solo kill again. 3 games in a row. Faker with a solo at level 3 against a puck. What is going on?
Radiant's middle tower's not feeling
You get a bonus kill after doing that 3 times in a row.
Yeah, right. You know, get kill 3, get 1 free. I mean, that is.
It's like a 3-pointer there.
I just can't believe it. Like Widge, he was rotating mid. He was like, I don't know, maybe I can do something if Illusory Orb is wasted, and then he just runs back top lane.
Rich, look at the last hit. 16 to 6 to 8 to 1.
Maybe you're, when you were talking about seeing a Kunkka outlaying a puck, maybe you're thinking about this game. Perhaps you're from the future. I mean, it's starting to get pretty one-sided already.
No, in the future, I'm buying you nasi lemak.
Are you? Is that so?
Yeah. I'm buying you like one pack a day, and then you get fat eventually.
Eventually, we'll see here. We shall see if that'll work out. A pretty safe strategy, though, I would say. Hard to not eat those things. But I mean, getting fat as well in the mid lane is going to be Faker at this rate. Double bracer build as well into the bottle. I don't see how they're going to be able to out harass him out of lane. He's going to be able to farm stacks and clear jungle super easily. Already with a little bit of a XP advantage as well.
SG is definitely feeling very, very good at this point of the game, you know. Their mid laners owning, side lane's going well, Pitlot's farming better than the Luna. I mean, the TA is the only one struggling, but you know, it's a TA, you know, you don't really care. He got the first blood. Lane's not going so well, but if your teammates are doing well, you're gonna be able to farm eventually.
Yeah, and for now, it's just stacking is the name of the game right now for Widge, who can only single stack really on the Clockwork without Rocket Flare, but not too bad. Back over mid lane, Faker. Yeah, he's gonna cleave off the creep.
Oh no! I thought he had it.
I thought he had it too, honestly. I thought he had it. 10 denies though. Also with a good amount of denies, though, to focus on a lane that is going well for Beastcoast, though, is going to be this Whisper Mars. Is this Whisper Mars going to be able to kind of bring as much early pressure as, say, like a Kunkka will, to kind of slow down the Kunkka?
Team fight hero, good lockdown, good source of damage. He needs to be rotating a lot later.
Oh, and a good spear. Yeah, it'll get through the refraction at least a bit enough, but I believe they will lack the damage for a kill. 7 wand charges as well here for the TA, who's got refraction in 6 and meld ready to go. Really no threat of a death.
He just got a hell of a whopping here from the Mars. Lost all his HP. No regen, no salve. I mean, there's a tangle on the Clockwork.
And here's Underlord being able to kind of basically solo lane at this stage of the game. You know, he'd like to have his Rubik nearby, but Rubik is free to stack, and he's, already triple stacked these Ancients, as there's a bit of a brawl top lane, where Gojira is going to fall there to the damage of Wiz and Bedona combined.
I kind of didn't expect that to happen, because usually Earthspear against Clockwork, you can always kick the power away from you, so you're more or less, I want to say never, but you're more or less 90% of the time you're not going to die to the Clockwork.
Yeah, exactly. The roll, of course, is a problem if you have Boulder Smash on cooldown to create that gap, because you can never roll away from Clockwork.
Gojira's here trying to set up a kill.
Yeah, let's see here what he can get done. This TP is not very well timed, though. I mean, the lane is pushing underneath his tower here, essentially. I think he's going to struggle to get a kill here. He's going to go for it. A good roll here will connect. They're going to push him out of tower range. In comes the TP, though, from the Clockwork, and Frank is just simply too tanky. And here's LTH to cut off Gojira.
It's too much.
And the 120 damage block is going to come in handy. I mean, the Atrophy Aura as well, severely reducing the right-click damage. Pretty tough kill attempt there for Beastcoast, as LTH is going to rotate mid and secure a DD rune here for Faker.
It's a pretty crucial item I'd say for the when you're laning against like a heavy nuke hero like Luna, okay, one is dead here. Bye bye.
Yep, that counts pretty easy. Witch just runs him down.
Yeah, Clock was one of the better heroes at catching and killing the Luna in the early game. You don't have any escape, so once you're caught within the cogs, you're toast. Things are definitely not looking good, Richie, for Beastcoast. They need this win, man, if they want to have a chance to qualify.
They do. They do for that major. Gojira hit by the boat with the DD rune active for Faker. That is a kill as easy as they come. Really nothing Earthspear can do that without a point in the silence. Faker completely dominating this mid lane. Frank even looking to get a bit aggressive here as Widge looking to close the gap. The Arctic burn slow though. Looks like it'll ruin this. Rubik without boots is not going to be able to catch up to Luna. She is safely away. Top lane though, it is free farm time here for Whisper. He's going to struggle a little bit to get the tower. There's a couple of TA traps here that can clear waves. But he is free firing at the very least here on this Whisper Mars, making good progress now towards the Blink Dagger after the full phase boots.
Yeah, I like that you actually mentioned that. I mean, this is one of the strengths of the safe lane T, you know, that YYT is actually, in my opinion, much better as a safe laner than a mid laner because you can do this. You can defend your safe lane tower, or at least delay the enemy taking your safe lane tower by not even being there. Just jungling, farming away, and then, okay, I have a trap here. There goes your quick wave. There goes your catapult wave. Okay, I don't have to even be here to defend the tower.
Yeah, not much you could really do against that. And Berena's here, again, with the security of the trap for the next wave if he needs it, or he wants to try for a cheeky kill onto Whisper, who does have that Arena of Blood. There's the trap being applied. A bit of the cheeky spear stun.
You have to get sentries, I think, when you're playing as TA, as the offlaner. If your support is not there to get sentry for you, I feel like you have to buy your own sentries to deal all the traps in the lane.
Yeah. A little bit of contest now in the triangle for Beastcoast as the boat is going to be called in. That's going to double as well for the Captain Coco's run buff. Are they going to really try for Faker here? They will. They do have a kick, but he's positioned very well right now. Gojira is going to struggle to walk around the kick back up to the high ground as the run buff is going to expire, as will Faker. That leaves a fairly juicy triple stack of the Ancients here with a ward block as well to follow. So that is going to be the 3 big creeps here stolen by Beastcoast.
Oh, that's a lifesaver there, you know, finally securing the Conquer. I was actually worried if they couldn't finish the kill, that would have been so bad for them. Alright, that's a lifeline for Beastcoast. They're gonna have a couple of minutes for them to settle down, get some HP and mana back. You know, Conquer's not here, but he's returned to mid lane, so he's going to try to snipe Gojira here, but unfortunately not landing the torrent.
Stinger. Arctic Burn is a very effective tool at getting through a couple of refraction charges.
Dire's putting a
He's
hurt
actually
on
passing
Radiant's
Arctic
middle
Burn
tower.
as position
Yeah.
5. Wow.
I like it. Gives good percentage base damage versus the Kunkkas, run buff versus the Underlord, damage mitigation as well. I think it's pretty good.
It's still greedy, you know, like you're playing against a TA, you don't have at least 1 point in the Cold Embrace.
Yeah, you probably should at least go for one. A Cold Embrace, though, I mean, it sets up for its own lion share of problems, right? Speaking of setting up, there's arena walls set up for Witch, an easy kill there for Whisper, who was itching for his first opportunity to get an arena kill.
I mean, again, you know, I would only consider doing this build if I'm having an exceptional early game, you know, and I wouldn't call the current early game for Beastcoast exceptional.
Dire's putting up a barricade.
Not exceptional. Yeah, that's to be sure.
Underlord?
Down bottom. Kill attempt here for him. There's going to be the Arctic Burn slow. The coil did not snap, however, but it will at least hold Frank in place. He's not maxed. Yeah, atrophy aura, so it took him a while for him to fall. Eventually, they'll get the job done, but 3 heroes to really commit their time here. And that means Faker, especially with a DD rune, is free to push the tower mid.
Yeah, that's actually a good trade, you know. Funny as it seems, but the Underlord dying there, forcing the 2 heroes to TP down, that was actually worth it for his team. Getting the mid tower in exchange, and the Underlord feels like he's gonna be the Bristleback of the last game this time. He's gonna be the attention, he's gonna pull everyone to him, and his team is gonna do the rest.
Pretty deep ward right now as well, placed by Beastcoast behind tier 2s just off of the high ground. I don't have to check who's put this one down. It is Gojira, of course. Yeah. He loves putting down these deep wards.
He's the man on a mission, you know, carrying the ops, and Stinger is like, oh, I'm gonna play the dead lane, I'm gonna farm.
Yep. Of course, the Earthspear well suited, or better suited than the Wyvern earlier for going for some of these scrappy kinds of fights where you can make a bit of a difference with your spells, especially with a puck. So far, that combo hasn't really, you know, come through yet, but still plenty of time to make that work in the early game. Faker chugging along very nicely. Faker actually heading for the Orchid build here on the Kunkka. No armlet here, just straight into, some silence and some catch versus a puck.
Yeah, then the puck, well, he's actually pre-building the... Oh, he saw the he saw the item, okay. He's already trying to build the Eels without boots. Doesn't have boots, okay.
Well, Witchblade's done at least for the puck. I mean, boots, might be a little bit of concern, but the Witchblade being done does give at least an aggressive opportunity here. It opens up an aggressive avenue for puck. Because Gojira is...
Wait, is it a thing right now, not getting boots on puck?
I have not personally seen it. Usually I see the treads because it goes very well, obviously, with Witchblade, right? The damage does add up.
That's like the normal thing to do.
Yep, that's what I've seen. But I'm not sure. Maybe he thinks just the stats of the null talisman's enough. He can just rely on his natural mobility. I mean, it is not a free puck game whatsoever, I will add. So, you know, I thought boots would have been a pretty good option here for him, but so far he's going to decide against it. Faker's smoke is going to break. He's got a haste rune here, and he's going to go ahead and just drop the combo onto Stinger. Did he time this correctly? Yes, indeed, he did. The Cold Embrace now taken at level 7 does buy Stinger a little bit of extra time, but he did have to commit the curse and is still going to die all the same.
The devil's to pay.
Time bought, though, for the team, as down bottom, they at least will be able to trade and get a kill into Frank.
Yeah, they have to use a Magnetize for that kill. Puck still has her coil, so they can still maybe go for another play after she regens. But at the moment, this Underlord, I feel like he's been doing a lot of like wave shuffling, playing the dead lane. Just it'll be nice if he's not dying, you know, but he's dying to those ganks, which is not good for him at the end of the day.
And just keep a track on which spells LCH has. He's currently holding on to Cold Embrace. He'd like basically anything else. And yeah, he'll take Splinter Blast. That's an excellent spell on Rubik. That's what he was looking for.
I actually kind of like getting the Arctic Burn a lot on Rubik. It's very,
I agree.
It's very, very nice for you to fly around, you know, initiate from the trees with your lift.
Shot, speaking of initiating, into the trees here for Ector, but in a great position to counter-initiate is Whisper. He will punish and get the kill onto the Rubik, and Widge is going to easily die here, surrounded by 4. Great counter-initiation there by Whisper on the Blink Dagger reveal. Couldn't have really asked for a better one.
Yeah, like I said, Whisper has to be the backbone for his team, you know. The Luna and the Puck, they did not have very good starts. But if you look at the net worth now, it doesn't seem like they didn't have good starts from the game. They have recovered well, a couple of pickoffs here and there, you know. All 3 of the costs are around 6k, 6.5k, with Whisper leading the charge with around 7k net worth.
It reminds me very much of Game 1, right, where SG Esports are really winning these lanes quite hard. The concern this game here for Beastcoast is whereas in Game 1 they had these win lane, lose game kinds of heroes.
Yeah, they're not doing much with the Conquer, you know, and the Underlord.
Yeah.
You know, they won their lanes, but they're not making the right plays. Like the heroes are not on the right position on the map to do what they're supposed to be doing. You expect a team who won lanes to be like at 15 minutes, you're not supposed to see the tier 1 at the enemy safe lane tier 1 is still up, you know.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, they've not really supported Frank too much with these pushes, right? The reason they've been able to kill him a couple of times is that they have...
Radiant's bottom tower must have been dizzy. Dire's top tower is about to be
not supposed to happen.
Rubble.
Usually when you win your off lanes and your mid laner is having a good game, like you usually see like the mid lane would rotate towards the off lane to secure at least the tower, you know, like, but so far at 15 minutes the tower's only taken. That's not very, very good, you know. For the Underlord, he's died twice because he's been alone, he's waiting for his team, but nobody's showing up.
Rainbow TPs. Oh, that's a great catch on the Faker. The vision there providing them the jump, the silence to follow up as well. They need to try and keep controlling Kunkka. He's going to get off the boat. He's not going to be enough to save him. They just need a little bit more damage here. The damage mitigation won't save him here. He will eventually die. The bonk of Whisper here condemning him. There's TA here ready to fight, and nearby Willen does get pulled there momentarily into the Winter's Curse, but is not going to one-shot the Clockwork from half HP. Arena is set up, but that's not going to save Stinger.
Top tower is about to be Radiant's top rubble.
As it seems like SG are just going to look to now disengage. They've got a deep ward of their own now dropped. As the camera is having a bit of a rough time, but seems like the disengage happened there fairly cleanly. TA gets the kill into the Wyvern. Arena kind of feels like it was wasted, but nothing else too major being dropped in the end of that fight.
I mean, so far 16 minutes, you haven't really seen this like underlord TP, you know, getting into the game, like, using it for some pickups or whatnot. I feel like heroes are not utilized like fully, you know. Like whereas Beastcoast, they're behind from the early game, but they are able to use each other very well. They are rotating towards whoever heroes have their ultis, setting up for each other, just playing more like a team. And definitely Whisper is
What have we here?
the MVP for that so far. Is setting up most of the plays, most of the kills, the team fight. Sure, one missed Arena there, but like, overall he's still doing a really, really good job for his team. Smoke? Luna? No one to break your smoke this time.
In the triangle, this is the Beastcoast strategy. Send Nectar to farm, but here is... No, that's not reinforcements. That's more enemies for you. Frank, not even necessary there for the kill, but he did show up at least. And now, Stinger attempting to save his comrade. He's going to be a little bit too slow there.
That was
$8 short.
I think Stinger felt like something was happening because bot lane was pushed out. Nobody, Underlord was alone there. And mid lane, no one was clearing the mid lane. And Gojira's doing his thing, you know, like running around placing wards. So he kind of felt like something was coming towards his Luna, but he was just late, you know, so unfortunate. And there goes Roche.
There is Roche. Yep. Taking very quickly here with the TA's Desolator. 5-minute Aegis here at 18 minutes in. Not really expecting, of course, the high ground siege to come for Beastcoast. And this is really like a radical shift, right, between how game one ended up going for Beastcoast. Whereas in game one, Beastcoast lost their early lanes and then played well in the early stage of the game to recover, and eventually were able to outfight SG for first Aegis. The game was pretty much under control there for Beastcoast. This is a very dynamic shift here in the script from game one.
Yeah, I mean, the overall lineup changed a lot as well. Like SG went. Let's be honest. Like the first game was like YOLO, all in. Oh, we want to win the lanes. Period. You know, and then there's no team fight. They don't have other things. You know, no power damage. But this time it's a very well-rounded draft. You know, they have a bit of everything. They have Roche, they have power damage, they have team fight. A well-balanced draft, you know. It's easy to play when you have a well-balanced draft. And Clockwork finds
Yeah, there's a very easy kill and big one there for SG. By the way, I believe there's just, you know, a boots check here for Beastcoast. Still no boots for C Smile. He's now got the full blink dagger on the way.
Well, technically, Puck doesn't have legs, right? So you don't need boots.
Is that true? I have to check the hero attributes table where that is listed. I don't know. I don't know if our discount Bruno knows that. So we'll see once the panel comes back if he'll be able to let us know. Whisper ready to go for an arena. He's got Blink, he's got BKB, but of course better now with 2 lives. And most importantly, the Orchid here. Good Evil Scepter. It's going to at least avoid the hook shot, but the pushback from the Cox is going to still come through. The magic damage now. Oh, the Cold Embrace is well dodged. And C Smiley, he's away. Essence Ring as well, keeping him alive. Well played there. Dodges 2 ultis.
Yeah, and very nicely done as well by Stinger saving his comrade there. And Luna is... Oh, they see Luna. Oh no, the bot spots him. They know he's trying to farm the enemy ancient.
Oh yeah, and he's scouted there. They're going to open up with him there. Oh, and there's more coming. Frank is in the area. Hector has nothing here to save him. Doesn't even have the Manta Style. Used it to get the farm as SG is going to pick up the kill. They are, however, camping on the Fiend's Gate. SG Esports, though, they're going to return and man up. Low on mana, sure, but they still have got the Aegis advantage and they want to fight. Nah, Frank's out of here. He needs mana.
That's a textbook illustration on how to use Fiend's Gate. You protect your triangle and you go back to the enemy's triangle.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a big play, right? Beastcoast were hoping to find farm here on this Luna somewhere on the map. Usually if you go back to defend your triangle and kill the enemy core, as there's a little bit of a skirmish. Great spear here on a Faker, who appears to get them even further up into the high ground. He's just going to TI and TP away, but a Puck, yes, certainly going to cancel the TP with a coil. Nothing to break said coil, however, as it's going to be Faker who buffs himself with the rum bump, but he's stuck on the enemy high ground and really has no way of getting down. It's only a matter of time before he dies. Great job there from Beastcoast, who isolate Faker and get the kill.
Tower's not
Yeah. Faker takes the kill. Gojira rolls away. He's going to dodge that. Hookshot is Whisper with the Blink Dagger ready, looking for an arena, looking for the catch. Has found his mark, but it's going to be onto Bedena. Bedena, who still has the Aegis. Not a Kunko, though. They're confident in taking the fight as Frank does not actually have the Firestorm down. Not like it do much against the BKB heroes. C-Smile will be able to snipe at least LTH. Bedena caught here without the refraction up, as there's a buyback now from the Rubik. Hector still stuck on the high ground, slowed as well thanks to the TA trap, which is going to fly at them with the jetpack active, and immediately he's going to be taken down by the anti-aircraft gun that is the Lucent beams out from the Eclipse. In the meantime, they do snipe the Aegis, and it's going to be SG Esports with a little bit of a sloppy kill there onto Stinger that ends up snowballing into Aegis being lost, a kill onto Faker, a buyback being utilized. That was not the cleanest execution from SG.
Yeah, you've been watching some Top Gun, yeah? And aircraft rocket.
I guess so. I mean, he was in the air, right?
That was all okay. Not all Whisper, but Whisper plus Gojira. I can't believe they actually defended that tower. I totally can't believe that. The enemy is coming in with Aegis with that kind of advantage. Oh my god,
It's pretty big.
that actually bought them so much time to farm.
Exactly. They did catch Ector a couple of times in that Aegis timing, right? And they caught him. The reason they got Aegis is because they killed Ector in the triangle. This is Gojira taking a dead Soulburn, should nuke him down. Down he goes. And they did catch Ector a second time. He's got BKB ready to go, though. BKB TP, not an option for him with the clockwork existing here for LTH. But this does give him a very, very big safety net here in terms of him being caught or him just being able to fight.
For Faker's gonna have his BKB as well, so whatever happened, whatever shenanigans that happened previously, probably not gonna happen again. All
right, Winter. Uninjured predictions. Are we going to see any boots being bought here by C-Smile before like 35 minutes?
I mean, no. Obviously, no.
Okay.
If he wanted one, he already... Okay, never mind.
Oh,
me out.
that's embarrassing, dude. That's embarrassing. C-Smile checks in the mail.
Just clicked it.
Hookshot. He's going to find him. Do they have the burst damage? Nope. He's going to jaunt away in time. Timing just off by a second. And Winter's Curse here is good at catching both supports, and they're going to set up the Magnetize. Very easy kill here on the two of them. A little bit more damage on the C-Smile, however. Might come in handy here a bit later. Both is incoming, slowing and hitting nobody, basically. Frank, who uses the pipe as well as the Crimson Guard here, is actually going to negate a lot of damage as well with the Atrophy Aura here at almost full stacks. Bedena is going to use his BKB, but cannot get through Stinger thanks to the Cold Embrace. He's going to be trapped here by the Pit of Malice, and there's finally the kill. BKB, there a Pipe of Insight buff wearing off, I guess, onto Frank as he's now stuck inside the arena. Silence here onto Whisper, who is not going to expend his BKB charge here to purge it off, as they don't need it for the kill onto Frank. And Beastcoast, with just some really good spell casting there, will get a 3-2 trade in their favor here as they continue to defend and farm.
Very scrappy fights, you know. SG, they don't look as coordinated as Beastcoast. I would like to see, like, the shot, you know, like from TA, so that he can deal with his puck even more. Like force the use. They have to try to force him to use the use early, so they can catch him with the Orchid.
Yeah, and to me, this just comes down to Beastcoast kind of taking these patient, calculated fights where they're kind of thinking what they have to use, what utility they have to use. Whereas for SG, they're a little bit more gung-ho, it would seem, on like using these abilities, like Boat missing in that fight, BKB as well, but better not just to live through the coil when there wasn't really much of a threat to his life there. You know, this kind of calculation by Beastcoast ended up allowing them to take these much more efficient fights for them.
One team is playing with more logic and you know, thinking a lot more about stuff. The other team is playing with more emotions. You know, we got them on the ropes. They're ahead. Let's go, man.
Let's go. Divide, the Divide strategy, and they will Divide here with a Smoke Gank. Bedena is going to blink back. They have Vision now on Whisper. No telekinesis. They're going to hit him with the hookshot first. They stack the stuns, however. That's Milan to get off his BKB. No arena, though, for 5 more seconds. Still has a spear, though, if he wants to try and catch LTH. Fiend's Gate is coming from behind, though, as Gojira is going to get the kill there. Or actually Whisper, but most of the damage going from Gojira. Frank pops the Crimson Guard buff as Bedena BKBs and TPs out of this fight. Faker, though, is going to BKB and continue to fight, but they don't have Bedena, as he's now trying to return, but it's a long TP in. Faker, his BKB about to expire now. C-Smile still has the coil, ready to use in this fight, as Frank looking to try and catch and slow whoever he can. Bedna's managed to rejoin the fights, but he's not really found anything here. It's a kill onto Whisper at the least in exchange for the Rubik, but once again, Beastcoast just continuing to draw out these fights until they feel like they've got the ultimate advantage. And it's coming soon here. Hector is continuing to farm. You know, he's like the Jaws theme that's constantly playing in the background. I have Scotty now on the horizon for him.
I feel like when he goes to late game, probably Hector should have some advantages in his matchup, Luna against TA. And I'm also figuring out, is it a good Axe game for the Luna? Because I feel like Luna at some point you're gonna want to consider getting an Axe, you know, maybe as a 6 item.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, because when we've seen the Axe build, it's been a little bit of an Axe rush. We saw it yesterday in our series. I believe it was no, it was Okori, I believe, that tried it. And what was the game
with Luna? I feel like you're most of the time not gonna be able to just keep going on damage. I think she's a very unique carry in a sense where you have to utilize both your physical and your magical damage to win the game. And if you go all out on physical, I feel like you're not so likely to win the game, you know. I feel like late game when the BKB charges are low, you have to abuse the fact that you have that magical damage that you can deal, you know, after the BKB is low on charges.
Right now, though, he's seemingly going more for the physical build here on Hector. He did take the Lucent Beam damage talent, though, which I think is just standard. I don't really see anyone over here take the other one.
Yeah. Even if you're playing against Night Stalker, I don't know, man. Maybe if Night Stalker you get the other talent, but otherwise the damage talent is just better.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. And second Roche, though, is going to end up falling here to SG Esports. They just kind of managed to get a faster Roche timer. I mean, look at the vision as well that they have in the triangle of Beastcoast. Beastcoast hadn't been able to reclaim the triangle for some time with those wards actually about to expire. But good time in here. Second Aegis into the hands of SG Esports. I believe they also get the shard here for as Puck in trouble. The top pushback, though, doesn't quite catch him. There's going to be a Winter's Curse for Widge as Puck now onto the back lines, trying to backstab through LTH, who did steal Curse, but did not find a chance to use it. Now Frank, caught and potentially in trouble. Still has Crimson Guard buff, still has himself now, as well, the Pipe of Insight barrier to try and keep himself alive. He's going to pop now one and likely the other, but it's not going to save him here versus the Eclipse, given there's no other targets. Stinger, and I make that Gojira still hunting and looking for Faker, but I mean, a classic SA Roche, man. You win Aegis, and now you're maybe even set to lose a bit more. Faker forced to BKB. C-Smile might jaunt in on this, and he is, because he still has a Dream Coil, but he's going to stop himself from going up to the high ground here. Doesn't really know where Bedna is. Now sees him pushing bottom, and he's going to TP after him. Coiled out, not on the mark, or Lucerib not on the mark, and he's not going to be able to jump in. But a classic SA Roche Winter.
Every time they have an advantage against SG, they just rush things, you know. They have to take a chill pill, rethink the objectives, you know, wait for each other. They're always not close enough together when something is starting, you know. Like, I feel like somebody is like getting ahead of himself, like they just, we are ahead, we have the Aegis, let's go, you know, without considering the fact that, the other guy is a little too far behind, he can't follow up, etc, etc. It just
don't look good.
Not clutch enough in the important moments.
No, it's not. I mean, what are we thinking here as far as SG's timing, though? Like, when are they kind of at their most powerful this game, like, compared to Beastcoast? Is it really this second Aegis where they have to look to breach high ground?
Precisely now. I don't think they will get any stronger than how strong they are at the moment. Luna is just going to keep growing, and I feel like Luna is going to gain advantage the longer the game goes against this tier.
Hector, keen to dispel that as he's going to throw the Lucent Beam up to the ground. He's got Shard now as well, which is why he's free to do so. As well as that Night Vision, Bedna being kept in control. Gojira attempting to roll away, will be able to do so. Not flawless. Stinger, in the meantime, saves himself as Rubik is going to be nuked down. Stinger has a curse when he comes back up, but he's going to be killed by Bedna straight away. Widge as well, trapped in the arena alongside Bedna, who coiled up, will die. Still has a second life, still has BKB now, so Beastcoast looking to try and disengage, but from behind they managed to catch at least Hector caught up in the torch as well. Bedna in the 1v1, winning the fight and will get the kill. As now Beastcoast being scattered to the wind, Whisper caught and slowed by the X. He's bonked there by the stolen rebuke of LTH, allowing Bedna and Frank to focus him down. And That is going to be 8 just taken away from SG, but a good fight from SG Esports as they finally managed to hold back Beastcoast.
Yeah, finally it happens for them, you know, with all the hard work they put in the early game. They finally get
you know what I think it was crazy, right? Because as soon as it's like kind of a formal 5-on-5 team fight, SG, they play perfectly fine. But when it's these scrappy engagements, they're outplayed so hard by Beastcoast.
Don't look good.
I think they only got themselves to blame, you know. Like if they communicated well, they waited for each other. Those scrappy team fights are not going to happen, you know. They just need to wait for the underlord to be in front, just tank the damage, and then it's good to go for them, you know.
There's plenty of buffs. Yep, Singer, he's looking, he's fishing for a Winter's Curse, but there's a very good spacing here by the side of SG. No buyback on Gojira. There's a buyback on Whisper that they might look to force here. The X-Mark floor is going to be avoided there by the puck. Rocket Flare for Vision. They're trying to keep this Winter Wyvern at bay. Blink Dagger Curse is a possibility here, but again, look at the spacing for SG Esports. No way to really draw a circle that'll catch the two of them. And that is going to be then top barracks here taken down. There's tier 2s in the other lane, so they can't look for more without pushing a wave. Good play here by SG Esports. They finally find a bit of an opening in this game, Winter.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Yeah. They deserve it, you know, they played so well in the early game.
Smile. Oh, he's gonna. This is a no-fly zone as he's caught there and killed through the jetpack.
So what now? Another set of anti rockets there.
Oh, I've got way more, my friend. I've got way more. No worries. No worries. Puck is up to 25 now. Has gone for the Dream Coil Pierce's match community talent. So we'll be on the lookout for that in the next fight. Quite impactful here. It used to be the old Axe Scepter. It got moved to the 25 now. So these BKBs starting to feel slightly weaker here for SG Esports, at least as far as the control aspect for Beastcoast comes in.
Oh, Satanic is caught.
He's on the way here. Gojira is caught. He's likely going to die here. Yeah, Torrent's perfectly timed into a silence. Faker. It's a little bit more damage, and he'll get him. Down he goes. And Frank even with the Fiend's Gate in. There's going to be perma-root here on the Stinger, who can save himself momentarily, at least with the Cold Embrace. But in the meantime, the backlines are being dove here. SG, they've lost the Rubik. It's going to be the Winter Wyvern now down. Better not force to BKB here. Leaves him without a very powerful tool. There's still the Crimson Guard buff saving Underwood, but the magic damage is going to slice right through him here, courtesy of Hector's Lunar Eclipse. Now Faker is going to try and TP out of this one. There's a coil in a second, but C-Smile didn't quite have the cooldowns to cancel that TP.
Behold!
Yeah, now
refresher, by the way, for Whisper.
Things are starting to turn towards the Luna. BKB charges are going low. You're gonna die, you know, if you don't have BKB against all this magic damage. The Luna, the Puck, the Earth Spirit, you're not gonna out-tank that, even with the pipe. They have to be careful, you know, still anyone's game, you know, even though they are Rex up, but it's just 1k goal difference. Still anyone's game.
And C-Smile with just the one defensive item here. He's not likely to be jumped by the Shadow Blade, or sorry, the Silver Edge even, of Templar Assassin, but it could potentially get spicy for him if they're able to string together a bit more of their lockdown. You know, Hookshot Pit of Malice is probably all they need to kill him at this stage, considering he can only dispel either a Silence or something else. So far, he's been proven to be quite slippery, always getting off an Illusory Orb and jaunting to it before they can actually string together enough lockdown. That's come in handy, very, very much so, for Beastcoast in these fights, as he's just lacking the O there. He's calling out to our panelist, RDO, summoning the powers to be.
I mean, for SG, I think maybe the game will get to a point where you have to try to use the Fiend's Gate, and I would like to see the T going for X to try to, you know, if they can secure the 2 tier 2 towers and try to go for some red play later in the game, because I feel like the game is starting to feel like it's difficult for them to take a head-on fight already. If they let the game progress another 5-10 minutes, BKB charges are low, they might have to resort to trying to split the map right around with the Fiend's Gate and the Aghanim's of the TA to try to get the Rex.
Yeah, and something they're starting to really struggle with is they're finding initiations onto Stinger, who is an important kill in these fights, but he's been constantly able to get off the Cold Embrace time and time again before a Silence can hit him. And that's problematic, you know, compared to a lot of other saves that supports generally, you know, have for themselves, where carries can eventually like buy a nullifier or something and ignore it. This one persists. Yeah, they're probably going to catch him here. He's going to try and roll off the map, but Berena's waiting for him as soon as he's returned. Godlike streak now for Berena. 10-0-5, a flawless game so far here for TA. It's top. There's the siege going. Which is here.
That's what shot.
ESports. Yeah, they're respawning here. Underlord can Fiendsgate in. Just needs a moment's notice and needs to find a good target to do so. But Beastcoast here, they've grouped up nicely. It's going to make it difficult for SG to really find a good engagement, even if they had vision.
Dire's top tower.
AC's finally finished for Faker. It's going to buff Berena's damage. Who's going to finish off the Hurricane Pike.
Thunderlord's going for a BKB. Huh.
That's surprising. I felt like Winter to me, like, oh, hold on, fights. Oh, it's just a kill here. On to, once again, the clockwork. He's shut down. Notice to airman issued. You know, he cannot fly here. TFR for him.
Nice. Very nice.
I got you. Berena. Not sure if he really wants to continue exploring this bottom area of the map with all 5 heroes of Beastcoast here, so he will retreat. Very close to 25 talent. Zector is going to scout him. Not the easiest of kills, especially without detection, so he simply blinks away under the cover of the refraction. But Winter, I feel like with the changes, especially to Crimson Guard and even to Pipe receiving some small buffs over the time, finally, after this item was so expensive, going for full BKB here for Frank almost feels like it's redundant.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's gonna be able to BKB and, you know, slap somebody in the team fight.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Well, he's going to get the fight initiated on himself now. So far, 2 stuns as the control is perfect onto LTH. He is simply just dead. Frank, he's going to pop both of his aura abilities. BKB at least makes him immune here to the damage coming through from the Eclipse with the right clicks are pretty decent. He's still going to make it out alive here, or is he? He gets it out of the arena, but LTH hookshots in and dies for it. He buys back. Gojira and Singer both finished off in the meantime as Berena now looking to engage onto some of the cores. Whisper is here, though, in the meantime. They've got vision on thanks to the gem, and they will simply just kill him, Winter. He's got buyback. He's got buyback, but he ended up being completely alone there, and thanks to the Scotty here of Ector, he was, I mean, as slow as a slug, he could go absolutely nowhere. Forced to BKB.
Buyback.
Gojira. I believe Gojira bought back in this engagement, and he might end up dying back. Yule Scepter here is going to save him at least from the X mark the spot, as Luna is going to start tearing through these buildings. Back into the high ground they go. Faker has no BKB. The Spirit's not for him because they don't need the kill, and they will find him. The Spirit sends for Berena, who's dead. 2 minutes dieback. They did not get the refraction out onto Berena, which is trying to fly away, but he will be shot down duck hunt style. And that is Beastcoast likely just straight on to finish the game. It's only Faker here, but he's kicked in the middle of the enemy team as they're dropping items. And Faker's dropping his items. Oh no, Faker, no! He's done. Mentally destroyed. SG Esports will lose the series 2-1.
Well, if I'm Faker, I would be mad too. I won my lane 3 games in a row. How could we have not won the series? I did my job, man. I did my job. I got solo kills all 3 games, but I still...
All 3 games? Yeah, he really...
Yeah. Feels like they don't really have like a very strong voice in the team. You know, it's not just the Aegis, like Kanka won his lane so convincingly, like what, 9-1 against the Puck. And I feel like there was no way, like if you win your lane so hard and the pit lord is also having a good game, there's no way the tier 1, the enemy safe lane tier 1 is down only at 15 minutes. That's not supposed to happen. That's a really, really bad sign. It just tells me that there's something fundamentally wrong with how the team is thinking, or how they are talking to each other, how they are communicating, how they are, you know, reporting information towards each other. You know, you should know how far ahead you are from the early game, and those towers should be the first objectives that you are claiming, you know, not at 15 minutes. And the Underlord already died, like, I think twice at that point. That's not supposed to happen, you know.